far. Next, please. And this is the Least Developed Countries Fund. Basically, this is also a voluntary fund that addresses the needs of the least developed countries. In other words, Mexico would not be back into this because this is only for the least developed countries. And there are $19 for this one. So far, we have 180 million contributions, and would have reached 500 billion by the end of 4 years. Next, please. So I'll just go through these are the adaptation strategies for these two funds. Reduce vulnerability to the adverse impacts of climate change, increase adaptive capacity to respond to the impact of climate change, and promote transfer and adaptation of adaptation technologies. Next, please. And to distinguish one from the other, GEF actually asks for incremental loss. It asks for global benefits, and it is part of the STAR allocation, and it looks for co-financing. LDCF, SCCF would have none of this. Next, please. Maybe I can just skip this one, just to save time. Next, please. For the LDCF, these are the projects or interventions where you can submit products, food security and agriculture, water resource management, and so on. And next, please. These are the countries that were covered by the LDCF, and almost all of them have already done their National Adaptation Plan of Action. Next. For the SCCF, again, if you look at this list, these are the areas of intervention for this particular project. I won't go into each one of them. Next. Then we have the latest fund, which is the Nagoya Protocol. Basically, this is a fund that would provide funds for these apps, what we call this access to genetic resources. And it came into force only in October of 2010. Next. Next, please. So for projects that you can submit or can be funded by this Nagoya Protocol, these are the types of activities, apps agreements between users and providers of genetic resources, build capacity among indigenous peoples and local communities, further knowledge on scientific-based implementation of the protocol. Next, please. Funding modality, it follows exactly the same as the one that we use for GEF Trust Fund. It is usually small grants program, 1 million and above, 1 million. And the application procedures, it has to go through an implementing agency. Next. Current funds is 113.8 billion, and the donors are here. These are some of the projects that have already been approved. Next. Now, there are also two other funds which are also being administered, but this GEF is just only carrying Secretary of the Adaptation Fund. If you want to go into the details for this, you can go to their website, www.adaptation.org. And next, please. For this fund, we're talking about $184.9 million, but the high estimate at the end of 2012 will be $377 billion, and these are the dollars. Next one. Okay, this is also the other green climate change fund. The target is 100 billion. Next, please. This is the GEF in Mexico, and if you see the star allocation for this is what you got from GEF, 98.25 million. These are the allocations remaining. You have 35 million left, and this is 25 million for climate change, 8 million for climate. Next, please. These are the projects that were approved from 1991 to the present. Next, please. And for the small grants program, these are the numbers of projects that have been approved by GEF so far, $11.6 million. Next. And if you are looking for the way on which to apply for an SG small grants program, these are the eligibility criteria. You can find this in the web. Next. And how to apply for SDP. This is outlined on the process. Next. next. And for the other, how to access the other funds, just follow these ones. Next. We have publications if you're interested. Actually, you can write to GEF. I brought some CDs which I can distribute to you. And next. For further information, just go into our website, and if you have also some problems, you can send me directly an email. With that, thank you very much.